Good evening. Tonight we will be discussing how magic becomes a living part of our daily Wiccan or pagan practice, our daily lives, not just through rituals and spells, but in the choices we make, the focus we keep, and the small moments that shape our path. For many Wiccans, magic isn't just something we do, it's something we live. It's woven into our breath, our choices, our thoughts, and our intentions. Magic becomes essential, not just as a practice, but as a mindset. It shapes how we truly lead a Wiccan life. And that's the heart of what I want to talk about tonight. How the skills we build in everyday life, things like patience and discipline and focus, aren't just useful, they're magical. They're foundational to how we live Wicca every day. Let's begin with patience. Magic teaches us to wait. Spells don't always manifest overnight. Wishes don't bloom instantly. Even the strongest rituals often take root in time. And so we learn to release our intentions into the world and trust the process. The same patience can carry us through hard times and uncertain transitions because we've practiced waiting with hope. Then there's self-discipline. To cast a spell, to perform a ritual, even to focus on a goal, we have to discipline our hearts and our minds. That doesn't mean strictness. It means alignment. It means choosing to return to your center again and again. Living Wicca daily often looks like lighting a candle when you're tired, or turning down the noise of the world so you can hear your own spirit. These are small, disciplined acts, and they are powerful. And then, of course, there's focus. Our magic has no shape if we can't visualize what it's becoming. Visualization isn't just some abstract skill. It's how we give our energy direction. When you imagine the kind of life you want, when you hold that picture steady, you're doing magic. You're steering your own energy towards your goal. That's focus. That's creation. And here's where it all comes together. When we live with patience, when we act with discipline, and when we move with focus, we begin to shape our lives. Because most of all, magic teaches us this: we are not stuck, we are not helpless, we are not at the mercy of someone else's plan. If we don't like the path we're on, we have the power to change it. Maybe not overnight, that's true. Maybe not in every way, certainly. But in some way, in some place, we can begin. We can work positive magic that reshapes our choices, our habits, our outcomes. We can begin with a whisper, with a tea stirred clockwise, with a breath, and with a choice. It doesn't have to be a grand ritual. Living magic every day is not about one huge moment of power. It's about many moments, many small moments, where we choose to direct our energy and live with intention. This is how we live Wicca daily. When we sweep the floor and bless the space, when we thank the moon with a glance, when we plant a seed, literal or symbolic, and nurture it slowly, that is magic. That is Wicca. So tonight, I invite you to look at the small things you already do. What are you doing with intention? What do you want to start doing with intention? Because in every breath, in every step, you have the ability to shape your life into something more magical, more aligned, and more authentically yours. Thank you for joining us this week. What's one small way you brought magic into your everyday life? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear it, and so would many others. Blessed be.